The IMF will likely lower its global growth projection, and analysts say Tesla is a strong buy. You're watching the Daily Brief with Forbes. I'm Ramia Farrage. The IMF will likely lower its global growth projection for 2022 due to several factors. It comes as the World Bank and the OECD cut their economic outlook forecast this year. But IMF officials say despite a slower pace, the world economy is still on track for growth. However, certain nations may face recession. They attribute the projected downgrade to the ongoing Ukraine war, unpredictable commodity prices, extremely high food and energy costs, a contraction in China's economy, and rising interest rates. The European Central Bank says it will raise interest rates next month to fight inflation, which is now expected to hit 6.8% this year, higher than its previous 5.1% forecast. The bank plans to raise interest rates by 25 basis points starting in July. Analysts expect another 50-point rate hike in both September and October. The U.S. Federal Reserve will likely hike its key interest rate by 50 basis points in June and July, with rising chances of a similar move in September. That's according to a Reuters poll of 85 economists who all predict a 50 basis point rate hike between 1.25% and 1.5% after a similar move last month. Faced with inflation running at just below a four-decade high and more tightening in the labor market, the Fed is under pressure to quickly take its policy rate to the neutral level that neither stimulates nor restricts. Tesla stock jumped overnight after another analyst upgraded it to a buy rating, with many experts optimistic that the EV maker still has massive long-term growth potential. Tesla shares have fallen more than 30% so far this year as investors worry rising interest rates and surging inflation will lead to a recession. Analysts have upgraded the stock to a buy or a strong buy rating with a $1,100 per share price target, which would imply upside of more than 50% from current levels. New York City investment firm Ark Invest has offloaded a large chunk of Pfizer and poured cash into rival vaccine maker Moderna, which has so far underperformed the former over the past year. Ark's $2.6 billion Genomic Revolution ETF, which mostly invests in healthcare companies, sold $8.2 million in shares of Pfizer and bought $26 million in Moderna shares. The Ark Healthcare ETF has cratered 48%, far worse than the S&P's 14% decline. Australia's largest casino operator, Crown Resorts, says regulators have cleared its $6.3 billion buyout by private equity giant Blackstone, subject to several strict conditions. The approval clears another hurdle in Blackstone's path to closing its deal for the company. Conditions include additional auditing and a commitment to invest in and maintain Crown Perth Casino. Crown has been under pressure for years since damaging inquiries found it enabled money laundering. Saudi Arabia has appointed a former Saudi Aramco executive as the first female to join the board of its central bank. Sheila Al-Rawali, who worked for Saudi Aramco for more than 20 years in trading and investment positions, has been appointed as a board member for the Saudi Central Bank, according to a royal decree. She currently serves as the CEO of Wisaya Investment, a firm that invests Saudi Aramco pension funds. NASA has launched a study into UFOs a year after U.S. intelligence agencies announced a host of sightings since 2004. The NASA study aims to enhance the scientific understanding of UFOs and understand how they impact national security and air safety. NASA says observers shouldn't expect any alien discoveries as there's no evidence that UFOs are extraterrestrial in origin. The project's budget will be limited to $100,000 and it will take about 9 months to conduct the study. I'm Ramia Farrage. This is the Daily Brief. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.